Hi, my name is Reverend Ken Kimiywe, the Deputy Bishop of Christ's Yansa Ministries, and I also serve as the Senior Pastor at CITAM Buruburu. And I'm glad to host you on this platform. I hope you'll be able to benefit from the talk that we are going to have. And today I've decided to talk about the roadmap to marriage. There are many people ask all kinds of questions. Am I doing the right thing? Am I meeting the right person? What are some of the things that I should look out for, or what should I not do as I prepare for marriage? And so help me as we walk together through this journey, the roadmap to marriage. Let's begin from the very beginning. And from the very beginning, as God said, it is not good for a man to be alone, but He made for him a helpmate that was suitable for him. And so when we talk about marriage, it begins with God intuition. God is the one who has made us male and female, and at some point in our lives, we feel we have now become of age and we need to have a companion. And it is not just with us human beings, even with animals. There is a way in which the male and the female have companionship. And so this idea of companionship is a God-given idea. It is God who saw the need in the man to have somebody who can be his companion, somebody whom he can share his life with, somebody whom he can live with and they fulfill their dreams in life. And so allow me to just bring us from the very beginning. And I want to call this first stage the stage of boyfriend and girlfriend. And if you want to put it in another cliche, Cloud 9 experience. And I believe at some point in one's life, as a young man, as a young lady, you get to a point where you have this chemistry happening with a particular person that you are attracted to, and you find yourself spending a little bit more time with them and talking your nothings for so long hours, and wanting to go for a cup of coffee and wanting to go for dates together. That is where it begins. I believe it is in that kind of a setup that God begins to help you appreciate the need for one another. In other words, you see that this is a person that really molds and that shapes into your kind of likings, your kind of suitabilities or things that you would want to be involved in. Probably they are even on the same level in terms of age. And so there is a lot of commonality that comes around this time. And for many of us, probably this could be the stage when you are in college. College, I tell you, college, that's when things start boiling up and things start now shaping up and creating themselves into a boyfriend and girlfriend relationship. Now, the question that many people ask then is, how do I get to know that I'm dating the right person? Or I'm going out with the person that most likely may end up being my companion in life? Now, that is where I would like you to be very careful, because there are many things that happen during this stage that cause people to feel let down. Some people are taken for a ride. Others are really, cut down and disappointed because somebody just jilts them and moves them into a place where they are left hanging. Or like one of my senior pastors used to say, they drop you like a hot potato. I would like to say that during this time is a time when you want to understudy each other. You want to know the background of this person, where do they study, what are they studying, or if they're out of college and they are probably working, you want to know what kind of a place of work are they working, what career are they in. Probably you want to know a little bit about their background, where did they come from, how did they arrive to where they are. In other words, is a time of not only just falling heads over heels with one another, but it's a time to get to know who is this person that I'm relating with, and how can I get to know him or her a little bit more closely. Some of the things that also you may want to look out for is taste. You must have a taste. There must be certain things that you are aspiring for in life. And you may want to have your own checklist and find out whether this person is able to meet some of those things that you would want for a husband or for a wife. And I don't think there's anything wrong about that. Because again, the Bible tells us that God gives us or answers our prayer according to the desires of our lives. Around this time also, I want to say, is a time that is very volatile, because some of us, we get so carried out with one another and we forget that there is also a world that is existing around us. No wonder they have said that love is blind, and I can tell you it can be very blind, where you cut off from everybody else. The realities of life somehow diminish, and if you are not very careful to have certain boundaries around you, you could go overboard. How do you go overboard? Number one, you could even get yourself becoming more intimate even before you get to know each other. Some of us, probably you even cut off from friends who are supposed to be part of your accountability, and you close in yourself, only the two of you. Or sometimes even find yourselves at the place where now your friends are wondering, what is wrong with you? You are not having time with them. And probably even family are wondering why you are not able to engage with them in a normal way. And so this thing of being on cloud nine is very dangerous if we do not take control of it. It can take us into a world where we are totally detached from the realities of life. And so I would like to caution you that as you do this, do it in a way that you don't stumble anybody. Do it in a way that you are also open so that other people can get to know whom you are dating and how you are dating each other. And I would also want to say, where you date each other matters a lot. Can I caution us? You know, dark places are not very good places. You know, private places, you don't want to go there. Because you see, we are flesh and blood. And the tendency is that this flesh churns and it becomes fire. And if you are not very careful, you could easily fall into the trap of sinning. And so what you want to do is probably go out for retreats together. If you are the kind of person who goes for missions, go out for missions together. If you are in a neighborhood Bible study group, you may want to again go to the Bible study group. So those opportunities avail you opportunity to get to know this other person in a way that is other than just the emotional aspect. And then, as I said, you don't want to be alone in this. You want to involve your friends so that they can also see and understand what you are doing. And probably, who knows, one or two people who are elderly, they can tell you either it is a tick or a wrong, because sometimes we make the wrong choices. And how do we get to know that we have made the wrong choices? By reflecting our decisions on other people who are elderly. Now that brings me to the whole story of mentorship or the accountability partner that you have in your life. Don't walk this road alone. You may want to have somebody that you can bounce off your feelings. You know, you want to talk to them about some of the things that the two of you are talking with one another. And that way, since these are older people who can guide you, who can direct you about the issues of life, they will give you certain pointers that will be of help even as you go on this roadmap towards marriage. I hope you'll be blessed by what I've said. And if you have any questions on this particular subject, I know it's a very volatile subject, you can get online with us on any of the platforms, whether by Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or even WhatsApp. We are there and we can answer your questions and get to hear what you have to say. This is CITAM Church Online. God bless you, and let us go on with this journey towards marriage.